Today, I want to explain how I currently load television shows into my retro television. I'll start outside of the program. There's 3 ways to obtain the shows that you want. Each has their benefits. The first way is simply ripping DVDs that you own. This is the best and legal way, but the drawback is that you have to fork over the money to purchase them. I recommend flea markets and secondhand stores. Another benefit to ripping DVDs is that the chapter markers are saved inside the video file. This depends on the program that you use. A recent update I wrote allows my TV to automatically seek out these chapter markers as commercial breaks. The second way is to convert analog videotapes to digital. Similarly to DVDs, you benefit from owning the media, but converting them requires the equipment. You'll need a VCR and some sort of video capture card for your computer. The third way is one that I'll explain here, and that's the questionable method of finding and downloading shows directly from the internet. I'm not going to touch on the illegal methods. I'm going to stick to the Internet Archive for this example. I recently did a search for an old wrestling cartoon that used to air on Saturday mornings. Someone else has posted them on the Internet Archive. This is one of those shows that no company would bat an eye at you downloading, as it's not available anywhere else. You can choose to download each show individually or all at once as a compressed zip file. The naming format that I use to save the show is vital. Simply name the folder the name of the show and name each file the same way, followed by the season and episode numbers as shown here. This is what the television looks for later on. All of the seasons should be in the same folder, even though only one is shown here. For the rest of the examples, I'll move on to another show that I was currently working on. We need to find the commercial break in these episodes and document them. I use a program called Virtual Dub for this. It's free and widely available. I believe that I have a link to it in my YouTube profile. There's a scene change scanning function in this program that you can adjust the sensitivity of in the settings. It's great for finding when a show fades to black for breaks. I keep a running text file listing each episode and the location of the commercial breaks. The next step is to convert the timestamps that you've documented to seconds. This is the format that my program recognizes. There is a way to do this one by one from within my program, but I use ChatGPT to do the entire document at once. I'm sure that any AI program can do this. I simply copy and paste a prompt that gives the detailed instructions of what I want, and the AI prompts me to upload the text document. The conversion only takes a second. Then I copy it and paste it over the document and resave it. The next step picks up with all the methods that you use to obtain your shows. You simply copy your shows over to where you're storing your media on the Raspberry Pi. This should be located in a directory that you've named shows on whatever external media that you're using. Do not keep your shows on the SD card with the operating system. The program only scans the external drives that you have plugged in when looking for shows. I used to do this by USB stick, but now I just keep the television on my local network and copy them directly. Under the Videos option, there are sections for different types of videos: shows, commercials, snippets, and breaks. A button for running a scan exists at the bottom of each section and scans for each particular type. For this example, we'll choose Scan for shows and movies. This can take a while, depending on how much media you currently have. The program is searching each file to verify whether it currently has it or not. I currently have two 2 terabyte drives that are almost full, and the scan takes about 20 minutes. At the end, it will show you what show were found and added to the database. You have the option to save the results as a text file if you'd like. Next, you need to put the commercial breaks into the shows that were just added. There's a button for editing all of the episodes within a show. It'll provide you with a drop-down box. Just locate the show that you just uploaded and select it for editing. From there, you can edit and save up to 10 episodes at a time. This is a limitation of PHP. There may be a workaround, but I'm not an expert programmer. If you ripped your shows straight from DVD and the chapter markers were saved within the file, you do not have to do this. Although it would still be a good idea to peek in here to verify that commercial breaks were added and all the times didn't default to 720 seconds in. Last but not least, you want to put the show into your schedule for whichever channels that you choose. I keep a few text files on the TV for keeping track of my schedules, but it's not necessary. Here you're watching me edit one to establish where I want the show to go on my weekly lineup for my 90s channel. After that, I go to the schedule section and edit the schedules for each channel and day that I want this show to air. Since each schedule is written weekly, the effects of the scheduling change will not take effect until the upcoming Sunday. And that's it. You just watch me find, download, and upload a show directly onto my retro television. This video did not get into television blocks, like Toonami or Nick at Night, where intros and outros are involved, but I didn't want to overcomplicate things. Although my program is not yet available, I wanted to create the occasional instructional video to both hold interest and to make sure knowledge is already out there once it is released.